welcome to Warhammer Joey. This is episode 27 and it's a tutorial on doing magnetizing some bases. It's courtesy of Element Games, who supplied the base stuff for me, and yeah, I'll talk you through what I did. There's lots of different ways and I'll illustrate what you can do with different bits and pieces. But here we go, magnetizing your bases. Here we go, I've used a chopping board and I've got a Stanley knife. Oh, no product placement here. Yes, that's what I'm using. It's not, it's just easier for me to hold. And this is the base I've got. It's a treekin one, for demonstration purposes. And yeah, these are the magnets. They're really tiny and actually impossible to pull apart. The force. So difficult. Really tough to pull apart. But yeah, that's what I've got. Got this one. And then I have this sheet of sticky stuff. And yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. It's quite cheap, this stuff as well, so you can use like a sheet of metal if you want to, but I've got this one, and then yeah. So now I've got my tape measure. I'm going to measure it and see how far I need to cut, and then clean it up a little bit. But I don't want to get the ridges in, so I have to measure the middle bit and not the whole thing, because obviously it won't fit. I have to have it looking nice and tidy on the inside. So I then put that, having some measuring issues. I put that in the middle and then mark it with this. Well, obviously well. And there we go, there's my outline of it. And that's just a bit smaller than the exact base. You can see there's the edge and there's where I've got to cut, so it should fit. So I cut it very carefully. Very carefully. Not really that carefully, quite reckless. Quite reckless. It's looking dangerous. And I'm cutting it in the middle. You can see it starts to come apart there, which is good, that's what you need. Oh dear. Oh my. Let's hide that, shall we? That's not a straight edge. I would advise you using a ruler and not the actual base. That's live and learn. Live and learn. But yeah, it's going alright. So I just cut along there and then it's kind of come loose. So any odds and ends I can kind of clean up a little bit after I've got it free. So here's the base. Sticky self-adhesive, which is always helpful. And then put it down. You see there's a little bit at the edge there, just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit that I can cut free. And then it fits nicely. So here we go. Ooh. And if I need to take it off, what you can also do is put it in the underneath as well, but it's stronger this way. And obviously when you've got the models on, you won't be able to see it because the bases will cover. So I'm going to put these down here. Obviously you stick them to your actual model underneath, but they stick pretty well. And if you want to spread them out underneath, that's kind of the distance that you'd want them at if you're using big models, but it all depends on what you're using to put down. Okay, so here it is, I cut off the edge, it's all clean and pretty. Like I said, you can also put it underneath if you need to, but it's stronger this way. So, I've got my lovely treekin. Morgan treatment has to watch. It's just a rule. He has to. He won't be left on his own. Even though he's never going to be on a base. But yeah, now you can actually see them looking pretty. Thanks, awesome camera. Yeah, there's my tree-ish, beard-ish guy. Not tree beard, because that's Steven. This is Megatron, because he really, really looks like Megatron. Look, proper does. This is my metal one with dryad arms, very menacing. But these are the models that I will be using. This is Two-Face, because his face was messed up, so I made it into a vine. But yeah, these are the big ones. As I said, I'm using these for display purposes, and they have little holes at the bottom, which make it quite impossible for me to stick the magnets on. But I just cut the little circles with the Stanley knife, or X-Acto knife, or whatever you call it, and put it in between so it holds properly. And then it stayed there. And all good. So there we go, finished, magnetised a base. There's obviously lots of different ways that you can do them if you want to, but I use the treekin for easier display purposes because they're bigger, but put them on the glade guard. So it's easier to transport, especially if your whole unit's been dead, and then just pick them up and take them off, and there's no like scattering around, because these are a nightmare. But there we go, that's fine. You can also do the smaller magnets underneath and on top if you want to. It's kind of a stronger hold, or there's lots of sheets that you can cover the whole base in. So there is different ways to do it, and this is you know, cheap and easy. And yeah, visit Element Games if you want to get hold of some. I'll put the links to that in the description. And there's also an amazing blog that I saw. A friend of mine linked it to me, and it's on magnetizing like weapons and arms and stuff. So yeah, there's great pictures and it's very in-depth. But if that's something that you're quite confident in your drilling skills and you want to do that, it's also a really good idea. So I'll put the links down to that down below as well. But yeah, I've been noticing recently on Facebook, lots of you have been posting pictures of your own stuff, and I really love it. I love that you're, you know, putting your other armies on there, because it's not just about wood elves, it's about armies and progression in general. And you know, I love seeing it. I think it's important for other people to see stuff too. So if you want to just post pictures rather than on your own, if you don't really want to, you just post them on the site, and then we can all have a chat about it. And you know, lots of people are very encouraging. So yes, thank you for that. I've had a good week, busy. I can talk a bit better now. I was feeling a bit ugh. But Warhammer Wednesday is out, so I've also finished, if you haven't seen on Facebook or Twitter, my ogre bases. I'm going to try and put them as close as I can. See that? They're cool, aren't they? I like the wood. A lot of people are asking me what colour that I used. And there's the water and the starfish. So cool. And then finally, this one here. But yeah, I'm progressing with my I'm progressing with my ogre bases and my ogres. I had a massive nightmare with skin tone. Tried pink, looked like pigs. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. I'll show you, I'll do another video about that as well, maybe tomorrow if I can. Grey actually looks better in my opinion, because I want them to look monsterish. They're not like fat people. So, you know, if you've got any ogres that are different colours, please send your pictures into Facebook. I would love to see them, because I'm really stuck on what looks right. But yeah, pink is fine, normal skin tone, and any types, I don't know. I just don't think that they should be looking human, they should look monstrous. But yes, I hope you liked this video and I hope it helped you. Like if you like this, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.